Hello all and welcome to another episode of Greg's Shave Tests. Today I'm going to be comparing the Jnat edge of this razor, which is a Geneva Cutlery 11/16, with the Jnat edge on this razor, which is a Maher Grosh. It's more of a 6/8, but also measures 11/16. This is a Jnat edge done by Eric the Cajun Blade, and this is a Jnat edge done in the same manner, finishing on a misty slurry by me. So clearly, I'm not going to be biased in my comparison here. So today the soap of the day is Summer Break Soaps Wood Shop, and this is most of the soaps that I have, I enjoy the scent. So for me to say it's a terrific scent is kind of obvious. But I do want to read you the description from Summer Break Soaps in the beautiful state of Nebraska. Wood shop has been developed for a very long time. I really wanted this scent to go beyond just smelling like wood. I explored several different directions over the last few years and am super happy with where I ended up. Okay. The scent opens with coffee and bourbon. Yeah. Coffee and bourbon. Because let's be honest, if you're working with teenagers and power tools, you probably need a lot of both. Bourbon after hours, of course. Then comes the woody notes, cedar, pine, and the scent of a fresh sheet of plywood. Hiding in the background, imperceptible unless you know it's there, is the scent of motor oil from the always nearby auto shop. I don't pick up the scent of motor oil in this. Here's what the soap looks like. Today I'm going to wet the face first, and then I'll show you the brush. The brush of the day is the Chisel and Hound Gulf short as in short handle, similar to a stubby. It's called Gulf because these are the Gulf racing colors, and I am looking forward to the first weekend of the 2025 Formula One season. I'm loading from the puck as I normally do. Yeah, this is exciting stuff. If I could figure out a way to, maybe I will. Maybe I'll start to cut this part out of the videos while you wait. We'll see if I can remember or if I want to do that much editing. Okay, so we have a nicely loaded brush. Let's do the extra slick People's Pre-Shave. Adding the soap paste to already wet skin. And then adding water to build a layer of slickness instead of a thin layer of lather. That's my method of doing the People's Pre-Shave. And I really, because I'm a daily shaver, I really work this into the skin and beard. But I can actually feel the, or at least I imagine that I can feel the stubble plump a little bit when I do this. Okay. I watched Josh Pascal, the cutthroat goat, do a shave this morning. This is a mid-afternoon shave by me. But this morning I watched a shave by Josh, and he put on what I consider to be a perfect lather for straight shaving. You could see the lighting that he used absolutely showed the slickness. Slickness of his lather, and you could see it, you could literally see it dripping. Now, because I do this every day, my lather making skills are somewhat dialed in, but also so long as it's wet. I'm not a, so long as it feels wet and looks wet, then I'm not really a perfectionist. Key for me is slickness, not volume. Okay, this is the Geneva Cutlery. I'm going to be using that on the left side of my face. This is Eric's Maher Grosh. I'm going to be using that on the right side of my face. So let's get going. Clearly, I'm going to do this Martin shave test style. Yep, that's good. Now this is the Geneva Cutlery, my edge, Martin shave test style. Yep, that's rubbish. Now I actually do, I'm surprised, but I do feel a difference. Back to the Maher Grosh. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not back to the Maher Grosh. Back to the Geneva Cutlery. This edge on the Geneva Cutlery, I sharpened or honed on a live stream a couple of nights ago. And I did a test shave as well as a video of that test shave with this razor. And I felt, I didn't really mention it, but I felt like I did say that it was a passable shave, but I also had to do a cleanup pass. And I was kind of, based on the way it felt and looked and tested, I was kind of surprised at how much cleanup I needed to do. So I went and looked at this under the microscope back to Mr. Blade's edge. So I went and looked at it, and I was surprised to see much more edge degradation than I typically see on on an edge that has gone through one shave by me. I've done way too much playing around with this microscope in conditions like this, so I actually have a pretty good idea of what degradation on a good edge done by me and used on my beard looks like. Let's see here. On the right side of the face is Maher Grosh. In this case, I'm going to use it, per right hand. So I went back and honed the Geneva Cutlery again. When I looked at it, it really looked like the edge fell apart. And that tends to be that steel either couldn't support the fineness of the edge, and it's about a 16-degree edge, or that I made a honing mistake. The way the degradation. So I went back and rehoned it, assuming that I need to get back to fresh metal. So I rehoned it and then inspected it, and the edge. I'm using the Maher Grosh. The edge, this edge looks good, excellent under the microscope. For almost the whole entire edge, I'd say 99% of this edge is exactly the way I would want it to be. I'll show you a microscope image of the center of the new edge, which typically for me is the least well formed. I'll show you a picture of that right now. And then I'll let you know that I did find 3 areas where there are chips in this edge, each of which is maybe only 2 or 3 microns. I mean, they're small, and I'm looking under very high magnification. Nice first cover. On the Greg side. Oh wait, that's the Cajun Blade side. I made a mistake. Okay. So anyway, I found 3 areas that I think are not indicative. I don't mean to brag, but so much of the edge looks like a typical edge from me. That I actually think that those 3 areas are not are breakdown of the steel, and not an error in technique, sharp honing technique. Nor do I think that they're related to hitting chunks of stone while I was honing. So the steel is still suspect, obviously, after this shave. I'm going to go inspect again and see how it held up. And I'm interested to see on this second pass if the feel of the Geneva Cutlery edge changes the way I felt it change in the first test shave. To be honest, difference I feel between my edge and Eric's edge at the moment is very small. I would say that my edge is slightly more crisp. I don't know that it's slightly sharper. I just think it's slightly more crisp. I want to, having done the first pass, I want to now see how the two razors compare. Right now, Eric's edge feels the same way that mine did when I started. So that tells you that the difference is very, very subtle, and it could very well be that, you know, my ability to detect the differences is small. Yeah, I'd say this is the Maher Grosh. I'd say I'm having a lot of difficulty detecting a difference between the two edges on this in going across the cheeks here. Still the Maher Grosh, my left side. I'm sorry, I said Maher Grosh. Still the Geneva Cutlery, my left side. The scent, I do get a little of the bourbon note on this soap, but I'm pretty familiar with bourbon note, so I do get that. But mostly I get the kind of mix of pine and plywood coming off of it. It's really a good scent. And I say it's good because well blended, but also original. The owners of Summer Break Soaps are in Nebraska, husband and wife, both teachers. They're still in the, their soaps are still in the running for our March Madness event over on Reddit. And I'm happy to be, today is a challenge day, and I'm happy to be supporting them on this day. Oh shit, sorry about that. This needs to be a Maher Grosh side. Really close in feel. Not really fair to compare right there because I already went over that section with my Geneva Cutlery edge. But where I'm shaving unshaved areas, I'm thinking again back to Eric's edges maybe being slightly more comfortable. Now I'm back to saying they're equal. This is the Geneva Cutlery. The Geneva Cutlery is definitely feeling better. Not sure it's cutting better than it was. So the Geneva Cutlery is definitely feeling better than it was, but we'll have to see how that edge is holding up. Maher Grosh. Okay. So, in terms of feel, so I would say that the Geneva Cutlery going back again. I'm gonna say that the Geneva Cutlery is not giving me the cutting performance. Once again, that I would expect from my normal 2-pass pattern. As you see, I just did a cleanup pass just to see. Let me get the rest of this soap off of me. Yeah, better. So I'm now at the spot where I would expect to be out of my normal 2-pass pattern. Eric's edge has put me almost exactly where I expect to be with just 2 passes. So the conclusion, Eric's edge, terrific. My edge, rubbish. I'm gonna have to go take a look at that under the microscope, and I will include that microscope image or a section from that image, a typical section from that inspection. I'll include that image at the end of this video. All right, so our next step here is the woodshop aftershave. Wow, 24 minutes. Sorry. Not sure even I want to watch me for 24 minutes. As always, the elements of the scent, the detail of the elements of the scent really come out with the aftershave, or if you have it, the EDP. I can detect the in the background on the aftershave, I can detect in the background that faint, because I'm looking for it, that faint hit of motor oil. Um, as a kid, my father's garage was never had. It was a 2-car garage that never had a car in it, and he had a lot of tools for both metalworking and woodworking, and that note certainly brings back memories for me. Okay, let's do a little Yardley Gold. And then we'll let you get out of here. Of course, you can always click away. If you haven't tried it, in the privacy of your own home, try a little talc sometime. It isn't necessarily the most manly thing, powdering your nose, but you can get over that. And the way it leaves the shave is the finish that it leaves is really, really, really nice. And I urge doing it with a small, very soft badger brush. Okay, I'm done. Thank you for joining me. That was a lot of fun for me. I have some more investigation to do, figure out why this edge, which I know was sharp coming off the stones. I'm pretty confident in my ability to create a sharp edge. So what happened there? Could be technique. Could be poor honing. Anyway, we'll find out. And thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Edge of the Geneva Cutlery razor after one shave. As you can see, I'm starting in the center, moving towards the toe. The amount of toothiness that you're seeing is a little bit more than I would expect to see with one shave. This is more like 5 or 10 shaves. We're coming up in an area that I don't expect to see. Yeah, there's the area that I don't expect to see. That's too much wear. That's more like a chip in the steel, and to me it implies a weakness in the steel. We're moving a little off center now towards the toe. Condition is still the same, but now it's starting to get better. Pretty soon, like right now, we're really starting to get into the kind of edge condition that I would expect to see with just one shave on a Jnat edge. For this final bit, I'm just trying to find and hold a good focus for this edge, because this is an example of what I was actually expecting the edge to look like after one shave.